What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2k, and today, man, I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on my Season 2 predictions about what I think is going to happen in Season number 2. You guys have known that I've been making these kind of videos the last couple days. One, because there's really not anything else to post, and two, you guys really do enjoy these videos, so that's why I'm going to keep bringing them to you. Obviously, today is the last day, because Season 2 is actually tomorrow, October 16th, and I am very excited to actually hit the grind hard. Before we get into this video, I did just want to say that I'm going to be streaming like 7-8 hours a day once Season 2 drops, so be sure to go follow my Twitch. The link to that is in the description down below, and be sure to turn on the notification bell so you guys know when I actually do go live. But like I said, Season 2 does drop tomorrow, and there's a lot of stuff that I think we could see next season that could be pretty exciting. Like, for instance, our season reward, like how it was a Pink Diamond Stephen Curry. I do think that because Steph is a 96 overall, that we are going to be seeing our first Galaxy Opal reward here. We're going to be seeing Galaxy Opals in the token market, and potentially be seeing 2 more Galaxy Opals in the limited section and also the unlimited section. So let's get into this video here. If you guys do enjoy this video, do me a favor and drop a like on it. Comment down your suggestions or predictions. I know I asked you guys to do it yesterday, but screw it, do it again. Why not? But yeah, let's get right into it. If you guys want cheap and reliable MT, be sure to head over to safenbamt.com. Use code BIO2k for 5% off your final order. Hey guys, if you guys need your 12-0s, domination, evos, any sorts of online or offline grinding, be sure to hit up Rose NBA on Twitter. The link to his Twitter will be in the description down below. Looking at this year, or this season, you guys can see that it actually skips from an Amethyst straight to a Pink Diamond. So what I think they're actually going to do is, instead of a Ruby, I think it's going to be an Amethyst, then it's going to be a Diamond, and then it is going to be that Galaxy Opal card. So technically predicting the Amethyst that is going to be put in, I think it's going to be a player that's not really that, not really that special, but kind of still attracts some attention to it. Now, my prediction for who the Amethyst is going to be an Amethyst Jason Richardson from the Warriors. This is a card that we always see in the beginning of my team. In 2K19, he was, or 2K18, he was the Supermax reward. 19, he had an early on Ruby that was pretty good. I believe it was a Ruby. Then last year we did see the Domination card that was him, and then this year we have not had a Jason Richardson card yet. I don't believe so, and if we have, it really hasn't been anything too crazy. So I do think it is going to be an Amethyst card that is going to be pretty solid, nothing too crazy, but I can see him having some pretty good dunking animations and stuff like that. So definitely that is going to be the card that I'm going to be going with for our first Amethyst. Next up, for our Diamond card, this is actually going to be another card that we've seen a lot in the beginning of a lot of my team years, such as 2K19, he was part of the 20th anniversary set. 2K20, he was part of the Prime set, and all the way back to 2K17, he was part of the My Team Online mode. If you actually went through 3 times and got to the final board and won that final board, you would have gotten gifted a Pink Diamond Tim Duncan. That is who I see being either a Diamond or a Pink Diamond, depending on the route they go with. But that is who I am predicting to be the next reward in the season mode. So we're going to be starting off with a Amethyst or Diamond Jason Richardson, a Diamond or Pink Diamond Tim Duncan, and then finally the Galaxy Opal reward that I can see coming in. Based off of the NBA Finals, I am going to be predicting a Galaxy Opal 97 overall Jimmy Butler. That is who I can see coming in. I know a lot of you guys were predicting an Anthony Davis based off of the same thing. But like I said, I do really see Jimmy Butler being the guy that does get put in here, and he could be a very solid card. A shooting guard slash small forward with a good 3-ball, really good defensive animations, and can dunk the ball is definitely a card that I think a lot of people are going to want. I know a lot of you guys have been predicting Zion, but I'm actually thinking it's going to be a Zion or a Ja Morant in season number 3. I'll kind of get into that why probably then. But as of right now, I am going to be predicting a Galaxy Opal Jimmy Butler. I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think it kind of ties together with what they're going to be trying to do as far as the NBA Finals. Anthony Davis is going to be getting a card soon. We've already, everybody already knows that's coming. LeBron just got an upgrade, so I don't think they're going to do anything for him for the Finals MVP thing, but I can see it being a Jimmy Butler. Next up, we do have My Team Unlimited. This is a game mode where obviously if you go through all of the different tiers, you end up on the Galaxy Opal board, and then you do end up going for Pink Diamond Paul Pierce, 96 overall. Now, the reason why I think this is also going to be another Galaxy Opal is because of the fact that you guys can see, like, Galaxy Opals aren't 99s this year. Galaxy Opals are 97 and 98 overall cards. So if we're already starting out with 96s, it's more than a month, so it's going to kind of push farther into the month. So what I think it's going to be is going to be a Galaxy Opal James Worthy. James Worthy is another one of those cards that always seems to find his way into the reward market or something to do with a rewards card. And I do really think that James Worthy would be a very solid option to be added in this year. Now, there is another, prediction that I'm going to be telling you guys for my team limited that ties hand in hand with what I am saying here. So for Unlimited, I'm going to be going with James Worthy. Again, a card that I think a lot of people would want to go for. He's always a good power forward / small forward that can shoot the ball very well, gets good animations as far as dribbling and dunking the ball, but also can ball handle a little bit. So I think it just kind of ties in with what the game or with what people would look for in this game. So that's going to be my prediction for my team Unlimited. Next up, we do have my team Limited. Now, you guys know that the last reward was a 95 overall Ralph Sampson. Again, I do think they are going to push this to a Galaxy Opal right around the time where next gen is coming out. I feel like they really need to start juicing up the mode a little bit because it's already dying out, and that's not good. The game's only been out for like just over a month. So taking a look at Limited, like I said, it was a 95 overall Ralph Sampson card. However, I think they're going to get away from the centers. And honestly, like I was just talking about with James Worthy, I think they're going to introduce a Galaxy Opal Andrea Karolinko. This is a card that, again, everybody always loves. It has that base 11 release. But more importantly, this is a card that does kind of find its way earlier on in games. But more importantly, is a very solid card. He has a very good jump shot, can dunk the ball, can pass, can dribble, can play really good defense. He always has those juice defensive badges as well. So that's a card that I can see being put in here. I am a little bit nervous though, because I do also see it being like a guy like Sean Kemp, where they do have the good name, like they have like a big name to it. They have the dunking, but not really anything else. So those are kind of back and forth on what I think is going to happen between Sean Kemp and Karolinko, but I'm hoping for an AK-47 because that card is always fun to use, is always one of my favorite cards to use because of his defense. So hopefully we see something like that. But now we're going to look into the token market, where I'm going to talk about a few cards we could potentially see in there. Next up, we're going to be talking about the token market. Now, the token market always seems to have those like really good underrated budget cards here. So what I can see them doing is adding 3 diamonds into the game, 3 pink diamonds so you can get to the Opal board, and then 1 Galaxy Opal. So starting off with the diamonds here, I can see guys like Manute Bol being added into the game. Manute Bol is obviously one of those glitchy centers, so it could be a guy like Manute Bol or even George Murasan. One of those guys that are just too tall that can easily counteract Ralph. You guys know that they always end up doing stuff like that. So those are one of the guys that I can definitely see being added into the diamond board, just because it's pretty easy to get them. And then, like I said, they can counteract the card that everybody had to grind to get. Next up are 2 budget cards that I think a lot of people have liked to use in the last couple years. One being Sam Jones. Sam Jones has always had one of the good budget cards in this game, to the point where he can shoot the ball very well, but also serve as like a 3-and-D guy for you. So always one of the more underrated cards that I feel like people don't use because he doesn't have a big name, but he is one of those better budget cards. And then third and final one, I don't know why, I'm just getting a strong feeling that Jeff Green is going to be the 3rd diamond. One of the pink diamond cards last year that everybody loved using. I think they're going to start to try to bring some of those cards back. And Jeff Green is one of those guys that I would love to use this year. You guys know I loved using him last year. Has a really solid release, can play defense, can dunk the ball, can do just about anything. And as long as they give him a solid jump shot like they did last year, like I think he can definitely be pretty usable this year. Next up, like I said, we do have the pink diamonds. Now the pink diamonds, I'm gonna get a little bit more into thought about these. Now the first one I can see being added is going to be a Peja Stojakovic. Peja, again, one of those cards that we always see towards the beginning of the year. Like he was in the Lights Out promo last year. I think he was in another promo the year before that. That was pretty close to the beginning of the year. But Peja is one of those guys that, again, is really good at shooting the ball. And I think that's what they're going to start doing, is adding a lot more shooters and wing players into the game. Like even more than we already have, just because that's what they always seem to do. They seem to overload one thing before they move on to the next. So the next player I think they're, like I said, is going to be Peja. I don't know why I started saying it like that, but I could see him being added in as our first pink diamond. Definitely going to be a pretty good card to be able to shoot the ball. Now, the other pink diamond that I think is kind of, out of the box that I could see them adding is going to be a guy like a pink diamond Grizzlies Marc Gasol. That's going to be a good center that can stretch the floor, can pass the ball pretty well for a center, but also be somewhat pretty quick. Now, I'm not saying Marc Gasol is fast in real life, but you guys know how they make Marc Gasol cards. He, for some reason, can whip up and down and also get like glitchy dunks in the paint. So again, another one of those guys that I can see them adding in to be a very good budget card. Now, this final one for the pink diamond board is going to be more of like a fan favorite card that I think that they're going to try to use as like a hype card. Now, the third and final pink diamond, I think, is going to be a pink diamond Baron Davis from the Warriors. This is, again, a card that I know a lot of people like using. He's basically a clone of Damian Lillard. So, ideally, like, that would be one of the most perfect cards you can put in here. It would be a point guard to kind of mix in with the abundance of forwards that you'd be adding in. And he could be a very solid budget option as far as, like, free from the token market. But he could dunk the ball, pass the ball, shoot very well. Always has one of the better releases. And odds are they're going to give him a very good dribble package. So, again, one of those guys that I think a lot of people are going to look to pick up. Now, this is where, like I said, we're going to talk about the Galaxy Opal being added in. Now, this has to be a card that everybody's going to want. Everybody's going to have their attention on. And also, it could make people want to lock in collections and lock in sets to get this Galaxy Opal. So it kind of works out for, you know, both sides, where if you grind the game, you're going to grind to get to this point, or if you just spend a lot of money, you're going to want to lock in tokens. So the player I have in mind is going to be a Galaxy Opal Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay is always one of the better cards, especially like a budget version of a guy like KD or LeBron in 2K, where not only can they shoot the ball very well, but they always have a solid release, and more importantly, like, they can dunk the ball. Like, you guys know, like, he can dunk the ball. He's a card that we've seen be the 12-0 reward a lot, so I think they're going to take him away from that and put him into the token market. Again, it's a player that does pull in money if they put in packs, but I feel like they need to make it so it's a big name player that, not really necessarily the name is like a big name player, but in 2K, like, that player is going to bring in a lot of attention and is going to make a lot of people want to lock in for sets and stuff like that. Now, some honorable mentions that I can see being added in throughout these are guys like Rick Barry, Chris Mullin, Jamal Crawford. Not to name, you know, a lot of Warrior guys. I'm just saying, like, that's just who kind of keeps coming to my mind. Like, I've even thought about adding, like, potentially saying Drew Holiday could be a good one. There's definitely a lot of options, though, that I am excited to see in this game. So hopefully we can see something pretty cool here. I did get this deluxe pack out of nowhere, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it. I think this was my limited reward, actually, and we're going to, yeah, that sums it. That sums it up, yeah. But let me know what you guys think about my predictions. Let me know who you guys think could be going where, who could be a token market card, limited, unlimited, the season rewards, whatever it is. I know that there's one thing that I haven't said, and that is going to be TTO offline. I don't really know who they can do for this, to be honest with you. I've sat here trying to think about who it could be. And, like, honestly, like, after JaVale, it could be kind of anybody. I did not expect JaVale to be the top guy here, so it really could be anybody. It could even be a guy like Brent Barry, you know, that's kind of dumb nice in 2K because he can dunk, shoot, and do literally everything. So, honestly, who knows who it could be? It could be some made-up guy, like, well, not made-up, but it could be some random guy like Bailey Howell that turns out to be a god in this game. Who knows? But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and, yeah, peace.